Hello.
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 You are the
And
captain.
welcome. I'm the captain now. I'm the captain. But hello, welcome. This is episode 19 of the NgoVo Convo podcast, where two stupids make it hype.
Right?
Hype. It's hype on my topics. Cough cough.
But it's right.
I'm one of your hosts, Harrison O, and I'm joined by Veronica Vo.
Hello. You're this way.
Got it. Yeah. We got it now. But if you're new here, we just want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges from anime to comics. Some would say conversing.
Like NgoVo Convo. Oh my goodness.
Because if you're new here, you actually, I feel like at this point, I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole nother.
But if you are new here.
But you can watch every episode on youtube.com or listen to it as a podcast by searching NgoVo Convo, as we mentioned, on your podcast service of choice. In this episode, we are going to talk about the hype thing. Because every time somehow we do this, I'm on a comic book one and you're on an anime one, you freaking weeb.
You're a weeb too.
Yeah, but I always somehow get the
I know.
It's not like we planned this or anything.
Yeah, no. It works out.
It works out. Because today we are talking about the Suicide Squad movie that came out this year, not the 2016 one.
That we don't talk about.
Because we're talking about the new one. That's
yeah, we're talking about the 2021 the Suicide Squad.
And so if you haven't watched it right now, if you do have HBO Max, for sure it is still good until I think the end of the month.
Yeah, September 5th.
It's still out. Okay, yeah, September 5th. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have that, for those of you that probably mooshed off for Game of Thrones, keep that access. Just watch it there.
Or go to the movie theater.
Or go to the movie. Yeah, it is in movie theaters. Yep,
yeah.
At this point. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Come back. Listen to what we want to talk about. And we're going to do spoilers for this episode, obviously.
Yeah.
So we will do a...
Not my hand.
For the listen, I thought about it. I was like, man, the listeners are like...
Just listen.
Just know that we're going to talk about spoilers soon. Yeah. But I guess really quick, Veronica, what were your thoughts non-spoiler wise?
I have like this love-hate relationship with DC live action movies.
Yeah.
So I came in it with like the expectation of it being a 0 out of 10. And then you're like adding points to it as the movie goes along. That's how I feel about DC at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so coming into it, I was like, oh, it's going to be bad.
Fair. And also unfair. I will shit on that really quick after.
But that's just me because I
get it though. I get it.
It's just I have been disappointed in the past.
Yes.
And I just,
But overall, I guess overall with this movie.
It wasn't bad.
Okay. That's okay. We are already starting off on a different note.
It wasn't bad. But,
Okay.
I'm very meh about it because it's just like...
So Veronica here doesn't like fun and gore at all. Because otherwise, I really enjoyed this movie. And I think it's my top 3 DC movies because there's actually a good amount now that we can pull from.
Yeah.
And I think you're forgetting the middle part.
I mean... It's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my thing. I just found it really... Because I watched this with my boyfriend, because he mooches off the HBO Max from me. Well, and we live together, so there's really no point of...
I was going to say, I was like, wait, is it mooching if...
No, but like... I like the gore. The gore was good. And I knew Suicide Squad, this team was like really wacky. So I knew coming into it was going to be funny. I just have this weird expectation
you have this bias
for humor.
Oh,
Like I have this
Oh.
weird thing about humor and and comics. Like it just threw me off a little bit, I think.
Oh.
And I'm not saying like the action's great. Like I'm not saying the gore and it was gory and fun. I like gore and fun. How rude of you. I just think the way like
Slander.
slander. For me, it was just the humor that really threw me off. So that's why when I said it wasn't bad, I mean it wasn't bad.
Yeah. What do you think of Guardians of the Galaxy then?
It wasn't bad.
Okay. No, that's where I'm like, wait. Now that I think about it, because this is also directed by James Gunn.
Yeah, it's James Gunn who got fired.
So I was okay. No, you know what? Never mind. I get where you're coming from now.
Like
because I think I had more fun. So I guess I bring that comparison up because I feel like I had fun with Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah.
I think I have more fun with this one though. I don't know, but I think that's because I'm the type of person, I think our comedy is another level, and
Yeah, it is.
I'm also the guy that likes Deadpool a lot. So, but that's a totally different. I think
But that's
Deadpool
a different topic.
still more.
Yeah.
I think Deadpool's still better, but that's only because it's Deadpool.
It's Ryan Reynolds humor, which is fine.
Yeah,
Ryan
that's the
Reynolds,
other thing.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds humor is like our comedy / like something you can kind of relate to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when it comes to James Gunn, I was just like, huh?
All right. We'll delve into that more because I think I want to talk spoiler stuff in a bit.
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah, otherwise you thought it was.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Then I thought it was
But you thought
not okay. Let me also just clarify. It's not the most amazing masterpiece, but I think it's like a good fun watch.
I can agree with that.
I try not to do scoring because I'm like, if I were to, it's like on the mid higher end, if anything.
I mean, it's not out of all the DC movies that we have unfortunately watched. This one is in my top 4.
It's so funny because I was talking to my fiance about it. She's actually surprised what you were scoring. She was because we ran through the movie. She's like, I don't like. She's like, I understand. Here, we'll talk about it a bit, but essentially, I think this is not spoilery. If anything, so like, this is a whole nother episode. You know what? We'll talk about that later. If we do rankings of like DC, because I want to do that. I really do. I want to do that in like Marvel, but DC's easier because there's less of them.
Yeah.
But I also like DC more anyway, so that's just my bias.
I like DC comics. I like Marvel movies more. But you know what? That's a different episode.
That's another episode because if we talk about it, I'm like, Marvel only got the movies. Everything else, not just comics, but like animated stuff, everything else on that spectrum.
It goes to DC for sure.
Yeah. Marvel's literally only got MCU. Otherwise, I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is Suicide Squad. We're gonna go into spoiler territory in 5, 4,
My hand.
3, 2.
My hand.
What? Okay, so I guess we'll kind of do this how we've always done it. What were the good things that you liked about it? Like, did you have like a favorite part, or did you have like a?
I really like the fight scenes, like all of them, especially that first sequence when they were going on the island. I thought that was hilarious. The fucking weasel.
They played it really well. They marketed it very well because at first, remember how like when we first saw it, we're like, there's this huge cast.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are they gonna juggle this? Because I'm like, what they promoted it so much.
They promoted to it for like 20 people.
Yeah,
it was like 20.
Every time you saw like the panel or you saw like the
Yeah.
trailer, it's like it just showcased every one of them. So it's like the expectation for me, I was like, one thing I was like, whoa, that's a lot of people. Maybe that's bad. And of course, like the first 10 minutes is like, here's B team that gets wrecked, and then A team's on the other side.
Yeah.
I was like,
They were
oh
just
my
dropping dead.
It was just so, man, it was so funny because they showed Michael Rooker, so the Savant character. My fiance was like sitting here, she's like, they're focusing on him a lot.
I know.
Is that like a thing? I was like, no, I really think they're about to kill everyone off.
I know, because once the little weasel died, I was like, uh-oh, this team's gone.
Because I was like, oh, maybe this goes bad, and then they pull in the other team later. No, the other team's already there, and this is actually the diversion. And it was funny because can we just talk about
big brain.
really quick? They pulled in some big name people, and I get now why they do it because it's only 10 minutes of their time, or 10 minutes of 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, the movie, yeah.
Because Nathan Fillion was the detachable kid.
I know, and it was hilarious seeing his arms just like boop. And then when he got stabbed or shot at, he was on the ground, just like.
But he's like oh my arms.
Not like he could just brought them back to him, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Totally.
And then they had Pete Davidson. Now I get, I'm like, oh, Pete Davidson was literally just like
it was 5 minutes.
It's 5 minutes. He got shot in the face.
Yeah.
Super fast. And then I had to watch a video because I was curious. I followed one of the guys that just does a recap of he's like, here's every character before you watch the movie, if anything.
Yeah.
And he's
just
and they're all so quick. It just solidified. I'm like, oh, these are really all CB tier characters, and it's just so funny.
But I really miss Captain Boomer from the 2016.
Yeah.
His name's Jay Courtney. The actor's name's Jay Courtney. He was really good. I was a little sad.
No, he was in this one too.
I know, but he kind of died off.
Oh, yeah, they just kind of killed them all.
Yeah, because him and Harley were I thought their dynamic was really cool if they did it right the first time.
So just to make sure, do you remember if this was a reboot sequel type deal?
I think it is, because from what I've read, it was supposed to kind of redo the whole Suicide Squad theme.
Debacle.
Yeah.
It feels like, it's funny when we talk about it. I went through the list of stuff and I was looking at it with my fiance. I was like, yeah, 2016 was a weird year. Because that was when I think BVS came out. Or no, Justice League and Suicide Squad came out.
Yeah.
Because BVS was a year or two before. I think a year before.
Yeah, and ironic because they did the Zack Snyder cut this year too.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Ironic.
The timing. I didn't even.
The timing.
Oh, that's so crazy. Because I was with my family yesterday, and a lot of my cousins also watched it, and they were all like, both of these are way better, top tier. They actually liked it a lot. They're like, this is really good. Because they all like the humor.
Oh, okay.
I just thought about why. I was like, wait, because we were talking about it. But I think, I think for what the movie was, I think James Gunn did it really well. Because I think that he set expectations for the beginning. He's like, hey, Lamau, they're all dead.
Here's some fight sequences. Here's some humor. Yeah. Here's some blood.
But I think, switching over, I think to the other team, I think Idris Elba was really good.
As Bloodsport?
At Blood, yeah. I liked how...
He just has, this demeanor about him. He can be, I've seen him in, serious drama movies where he's just no humor, good dialogue. He's great. And then you come into this one, and you're like, what? He was screaming at his daughter, in jail.
Yes. And I thought... And speaking of that, I think that's it feels more believable. Because, Will Smith played Deadshot. And Deadshot, because I was talking about it with someone else, I was like, Deadshot is more, at times right now, is more known to be the dad that wants to be with his kid. While Bloodsport and this one was nah.
Yeah.
It was more, it felt more sadly realistic, and I was like, yeah, this kid just got dumped into your lap, and he's already a shit person. Because he's an assassin, so it kind of makes sense.
But I don't want to compare Will to Idris, but like Will is just more fun, like the comedy end, because he did Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he's more known to be like the humorous type. So going into this Suicide Squad, I was like, how are they gonna dialogue Idris? Because this man is so serious in 90% of his movies that I didn't think the dialogue would fit him that well. But
yeah.
I was surprised at how he performed.
I guess I wasn't as much with Idris, and if anything, I thought it just fit a little bit better. Maybe just because character-wise, there's not much you can do with Bloodsport. So Bloodsport was more of an open, like a blank canvas in comparison to Deadshot. Because Deadshot to me should have been more straight.
Yeah.
Than comedic, kind of. It's been a while since I've seen Suicide Squad.
Well, you don't want to watch it again.
But I don't want to rewatch it because okay. And then speaking of that, in comparison, the plot makes way more. It's just way better. Like I had more
continuous.
Fun. Yeah. Well, it's not as dumb either when you really think about it. So in this one, I was talking to someone. I was like, wait, Rick Flag. The last one dealt with his freaking girlfriend essentially.
Yeah, it did.
But in this one, it was just like he was just like a colonel of like the squad, which I think that's where the reboot happens because
It made more sense for Rick to be like Captain Colonel. Whatever
he had hints of being a good person, but the other one was like it felt like more like he was forced into the situation. Cough, cough, cough.
Cough, cough. Girlfriend. Cough, cough, cough.
Yeah.
Cough, cough, cough.
Dance.
But you know who my favorite character is?
Oh yeah,
besides Harley Quinn.
Who?
The rat catcher. That girl was great.
She's so good, dude. The rat was actually hilariously cute the entire time.
It was so cute. I was so scared that the rat was gonna die. Sebastian.
No, same.
I was like, no, Sebastian, you cannot die. But she was so cute. The actress was cute. The way Bloodsport has this rat phobia was really funny.
I thought that was a good like twist. Like they explained it really quick, like why, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. But it was just like, why did you guys not tell us about this? He's like, I'm an assassin. I don't reveal my weaknesses.
I know.
And I was like, he's got a point. The man's got a point.
He was saying this all while John Cena's in his underwear.
John Cena as Peacemaker, I didn't expect it to like be.
But it fits him because he's a wrestler.
So like in the first one, they always do like Deadshot v Boomerang, right?
Boomerang.
And this one I was like, oh wait, I love this like that whole scene with the jungle where they're like trying to kill each. I was like, this dick measuring contest is like the funniest thing. Oh my gosh.
But I just like. Whenever I think about John Cena, I think of his wrestling days and like you can't see me now type like phase.
Now I see everything.
Now he sees everything. We saw a lot of stuff, but I didn't know what to see.
Did you see that one scene with in that like the jungle one where they killed that one dude and he walks out and he has like no pants on?
Yeah. And he was in the tub, or he was like next to the tub or something.
No. He walked out drinking coffee.
Oh wait, yeah.
And he straight up had like no pants or anything on. And I was like, I sat there, I'm like, wait, that's oh, it is. Oh, it is. Because my fiance didn't catch it, and I was like, because at first I was like, well, he's just walking out drinking coffee.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, he's not wearing pants
or boxers.
I was like, oh, that is the case, and they just shot him dead.
Yeah, it was fine. The tub one was really funny too.
The tub one was hilarious.
The fan just like
falls down. And he's like shocked. He's like getting shocked to death. I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible.
It was great.
I think my favorite though, King Shark so good. Sylvester Stallone is like I was talking with people and they're like, wait, that's Sylvester Stallone? I was like, yeah, if you hear it now though, if you rewatch like clips, you're like, oh, that is him.
Because you can hear
I feel like a lot of actors just probably had fun in this movie doing stuff.
I think they did.
Anything. Yeah. Because
King Shark was great.
Yeah, so good. He's so
Bird. Me smart.
Me smart. Friends.
Friends.
See, that's more believable than family.
What do you mean?
We're not talking Dom Toretto family. We're talking Suicide Squad family.
What do you mean?
Mi familia. I think they said something like that. It was some stupid thing.
Yeah, it's fine. They don't deal with cars anymore, so.
No. I mean, like in Suicide Squad, like it wasn't like at
Yeah.
the end. It's like they banded together because they're like, oh, we're family now. I was like, really?
I know, that was funny.
Man, they killed off a lot of people though. Like
In the first 20 minutes, it was like 40, 50 people, not including like Suicide Squad. It was just like
going down
a
the
lot.
list. I didn't even notice that Taika Waititi was like the first rat catcher, the dad.
See, my boyfriend caught that at the very end. He was like, "Isn't that the guy that directed Thor?" And I was like, I literally looked. I was like, "Huh?"
Because I was sitting there. Oh yeah, because I was sitting there. I'm like, he sounds and looks familiar. Like
I knew he looked familiar. I just didn't know where.
yeah,
But
and I was like,
I mean,
'cause at
that's
that point, I was
because he pulled in a lot of Marvel for like the
yeah,
Easter
he
eggs
pulled
and
because
stuff.
like yeah, because if you look at it, like Michael Rooker was like the oh my god, I can't remember his name all of a sudden. The whistling dude, the I think of Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say Mary Poppins.
Yeah, that guy. Both him.
Yeah,
His James Gunn's brother is Weasel. I was
the
like, wow.
Weasel. I thought that was funny.
But he lives at the end,
He does.
and I was like, wow, that's stupid.
He just drowned, you know.
he just momentarily drowned. And he's like, oh,
It's
I'm
fine.
okay now.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh,
I was gonna
You
say,
go first.
what did you like, enjoyed about Suicide Squad?
I stated at the beginning of the podcast, I enjoyed the humor. The I'm just picking on you now, but no, I thought it was I thought the movie was actually very well paced for what it was. I was like, wait, this is actually really good. Like I wasn't bored the entire time. So like the action, the pacing was really good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed most. I enjoyed most of like the stupid scenes, honestly.
They were funny. Yeah.
And the more we talk about it, I was like, huh. I really like stupid movies. Like I've thought about it. I was like, man, like freaking Harold and Kumar stuff. Like this had like that vibe.
Yeah, they did.
Or like that level. Not vibe, but like that level of humor where I'm like, all right, this is stupid. I'm in for it. And I think I already had that expectation where I'm like, Suicide Squad's gotta be wacky. Because
It
if
has
it's
to be
another
wacky.
serious like movie, then I'll just watch a different group
Yeah.
movie. So but yeah, I know. I think I liked about the same stuff. I liked the dynamic between John Cena and Idris Elba.
They were great.
I just love like every time like Peacemaker's like this supposedly straight dude, but he's mentally crazy, and he's like, I do this all for peace. I'll kill whoever to obtain that peace.
He's willing to kill kids and women.
Yeah, I was like, not. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. Trying to think. I not fully, but I didn't really think about. I had a feeling that there's something up with him at the end,
Yeah.
and of course I'm like, oh okay, yeah, it was the switch because he's the one that would follow the rules, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah,
he's getting-
spoiler if you didn't see the very end credit.
Well, that's your fault.
Yeah, exactly.
Although a lot of like places did have to be like, hey, also there is a mid-credit scene, cough cough.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, they killed off Rick Flag as well. I was like,
They
whoa.
did. That fight was intense.
A lot of things were intense. Because
Yeah.
can I also say, Starro is finally in live action. Creepy, really creepy. Animated, I was like, this is already creepy as in the
I
animated.
know.
But Starro here, I was like,
It
oh,
was the
this is
eye.
actually.
It was just like there.
But then he just sends out mini
I know,
hymns and
out
from
of his like armpits.
essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, but it was like when I think like they don't show it in detail, but like when the six on is that you see the little tentacle things. I was like, oh, this is gross. I'm like, oh, they're all dead people now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Man.
ugh.
I really liked. I think they like did a lot of obscure stuff really well, like pulled from DC's obscure. I think that's what I also did. Like I also liked how it was R-rated. I will say,
Yeah,
because if
it
it
was
wasn't
R-rated.
R-rated, I think it would have had the same issue as before. I think.
As before, I would think so too.
Yeah. Now, what did you not like? I mean, we
I
already started
just
saying
like it was the humor that kind of threw me off. Not saying like I like R-rated comedy.
Yeah.
I'm just not into like he James delved into like the parody stuff,
Yeah, it did. He did.
and like I'm just not into like parody comedy that much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't mind the R-rated comedy, the fun, the gore, that's like
Right.
all okay. It was just what threw me off was just like the parody, and I just didn't know. Like I was like, we're going which way with this? Like I literally was like, what are you doing? Like I laughed at it and it was great,
No,
but it was
sure,
just like it really did throw me off, and I was literally like, where are we going? What are we? Umbrella.
What's going on?
What's going on?
I get that. No, yeah.
But it's just like I said earlier, it's not a bad movie.
When you have to say that, it is a bad movie.
But it's not. It's not. It was like.
So is it a good
mid-tier.
movie?
No.
So it is.
It was like mid-tier.
It's a mid movie.
It was a mid movie for me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Suicide Squad was mid. Gotcha.
Yeah. For me.
Yeah.
It
No,
was
I'm
just-
sure like because looking online though, actually.
But it's a 92% on Rotten Tomato.
But audience score is an 86.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did write that down. I was like 92 on Rotten Tomato, which is actually kind of crazy.
No, that's
But
good.
But I do like that's a good gauge. But I do also take into consideration. I'm like the audience score is like us, us normal people.
The norms.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I actually
yeah.
agree with that
Yeah.
because on Metacritic it was like a 70 something, 74, which is still good. It's essentially like a 7.
That's a 7. Yeah.
And then IMDb was like
it
7.7.
was like 7.6 or something.
Yeah.
7.7,
It actually I just checked it 7.7.
Oh, okay.
It increased. So
It's just like
I would agree with those scores. I would give it like around an 8 if I were to scale it, but because I think it was like honestly like A's, because like the plot was good, the character usage was good. It wasn't the pacing was not bad. Yeah.
if I had to like score it, it'd be like a 5.5.
Yeah, that makes sense.
5.5.
Makes sense when you say it's mid. So
I mean, yeah. I mean,
'Cause
at least it wasn't a
5
bad
is the
movie.
middle.
At least it wasn't a bad movie.
It's so funny because to me a 5 is a bad movie. A 7 is like a good movie.
It's okay.
To me.
I mean,
Okay, in my scale, I would rather watch a 7 movie, but if you know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I
should,
get
like,
it.
Talk about scoring. Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh God, yeah, I know. I mean, I get it. You'd rather watch
Yeah.
a standard 7 versus
Yeah.
like something that's like a middle 5,
Yeah.
4 or 5. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it.
But overall, I think it was unexpectedly good.
Yeah, it was.
It was more of an unexpected, kind of, because if anything, it's like we just wanted it to be better than the first time.
The first one. Anything.
Like if anything, they did like up the bar scene better. They like I think they honestly I think the characters were kind of a better choice. Because what was it? It was like
It was
some flame dude.
Bloodsport, Harley,
Oh.
Peacemaker,
yeah,
Ratcatcher,
Ratcatcher,
and the Polka Dot Man. Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man is hilarious.
That
I
guy,
thought-
that actor is in almost a lot of Marvel, DC
Marvel,
movies.
I think it was more Marvel, if anything.
I think
right?
it was more
Am I
Marvel.
crazy?
But he was in a
But-
few DC like.
Yeah,
live
he's in a
action
few DC
movies.
stuff
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was just like wow,
He's
he's
crazy.
he's crazy. No, it was so funny. He's like, I thought you were
Crazy.
gonna be the crazy one. He's like, I am crazy, because all he sees is his mom.
His mom that he hates.
I thought that's so like every time they like show like a vision like the club when he's dancing with everyone, it ends up being like all his moms,
It's all his mom's.
all
Oh
has
my
his mom's
God.
face. Or it's like Star was like, "That's your mom," and he's like, "Ah."
Oh yeah, Bloodsport was like, it's your mother.
Yeah, it's your mother. Kill her.
Kill
Man.
her.
Oh my gosh. I thought they made him a lot better than because he's honestly just a stupid like the character
He's
stuff is very stupid.
Stupid. I mean,
Like, it
the
doesn't
name
make
Polka
sense.
Dot Man
Yeah,
makes
it's like one of
sense.
those like old campy things back from like the
Like
old days.
Yeah.
Like I remember like seeing it in like Batman. And I was just like, oh yeah, Polka Dot Man. That's It
You're
was
like
one of those like throwaway villains, right?
Yeah.
So I thought how they spun like certain characters. I'm like, this is great. This is awesome. But overall, yeah, it's good. I think what I would like to do eventually, cough cough, is do like we either do one episode of a tier list or we go back and I was about to be like, we go back and watch every DC. I was like, brain circuits. I was like, it's more of an excuse that I'm like, oh, I want to watch like Shazam or like Aquaman or like Wonder Woman. I was like, yeah, but would I watch the original Justice League? No, probably not, because we already watched Justice League recently, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I'm good. Zack Snyder did well. I'm good.
He did well on his run. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
But yeah,
That would be interesting to do.
Oh
no.
But what would be interesting?
To like go back and watch like DC movies and then re-rate them, score them, or like
at least do our own tier list. I think that'd
Yeah.
be fun. Because
we have. Yeah, they're fun.
We have ideas.
We have different thoughts. We're not only birthday twins.
No, that helps.
If that helps.
No, if anything, I just remembered. I was like, oh, I like stupid stuff. Really, like there's a level of stupid humor. Like yeah. Overall,
yeah,
it was a fun movie.
It was.
It was a fun movie to watch. If you just want stupid action and just turn off your brain, I think this would be like
this is the movie.
This is the movie, which I love. I love that stuff. Other than that, that's all I got. Unless you want to add anything else. That's all you have? All right.
I don't have anything else.
If we have no more closing thoughts, thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. Oh my God, we're on so many things.
Oh my gosh.
And you can just search at NgoVo Convo. NgoVo Convo.
If you didn't know how to spell our last names.
It's pretty short. Just
Short
saying.
and sweet.
And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and ring that notification to get updates for when we upload. And subscribe.
But don't hit the dislike button. I will come after you. As usual.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, just let us know how we're doing. That's one way for me to, I'm like, all right.
But like it and then comment.
Well.
Like and then comment.
We get dislikes on anime stuff. You should know. Like, not all of them, but like, I see a dislike hit once in a while. I was like, weeps.
Weeps.
Me too, though. Same. But yeah, other than that, if you want to just let us know how we're doing or what you want to see next, what kind of things you want us to look into, if there's a movie like, hey, you guys should watch this, then sure. Maybe.
Maybe.
Other than that.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.